So let's start today's feeding video by showing you the entirety of my collection minus one OBT female, which is in a separate room for now. And yeah, I just bought a second shelf, the one on the right, so since I rehoused a lot of my slings recently and I needed a bit more space. Also, while I'm at it, the sound should be much better than it was before since I installed a custom firmware in my camera, which allows me a lot more control over the settings. So hopefully it should be pretty good. So let's start feeding some teas. Okay, so let's start things up today with my smallest female pecan Cyriopagopus, which should be big enough to breed, and I'll get a male at the end of the month, so I'll be giving it a try since she just molted a few weeks ago. And since my biggest female also molted too, it's pretty much the perfect time to try it. Now let's find out if my cyclosternum is hungry enough for a super worm. Which bounced a little more than I was expecting. Well, no reaction from her yet. Still I'm sure. That little learns very good. She hasn't noticed yet. See, it's not more easy. Well, it looked like my cyclosternum was hungry after all. Not that we saw much of it, since I expected her to come out more. Okay, so let's find out if my Paraibana is interested in a big meal today. And yep. That's not at all where I wanted to throw it, but that's where it landed. And it looks like she can take it all. Okay, so let's now feed my Nenduchromatus, which is long overdue for a rehouse, but I can't really get good dirt during winter around here. So she'll have to wait a little more. Hopefully she won't get surprised and run away. Come on, you can find the cricket by yourself. It's not like it's very far. And yeah, she got it. Only needed a little bit of encouragement. Now, let's give a big treat to my GBB, which decided to build her hide over the hide I prepared her. Yeah. She whipped a big portion of the fake plant, but she mostly hangs out on the opposite corner in that bunch of web she built. And we're just waiting for her to move a little more. I'm trying to see if the autofocus during filming works fine with that new firmware. Before I wasn't able to do it at all, so. But I'm not sure if it actually managed to do it right or not. Okay, now just a little bit more movement and she should grab him. Any minute. I said any minute. Maybe I shouldn't be crushing their head that much, because the feeding response is a lot less since they tend to stay mobile, even if they can live a very long time. Oh, she's going for it. And looks like she'll have a lot of rebuilding to do. But she got a big meal out of it. They really stick to the webbing. Okay, so let's see if my bigger Pyrigalis wants a meal today. She recently molted. She grew quite a bit compared to what she previously was. I think she is a bit over. Oh my god. So yeah, she was hungry. So well, as I was saying, she's a bit over 2 inches, I think. Probably closer to 2.5. And their feet are really growing quite a bit. Her front feet are at least twice as big as they were before the mold. And she goes back into hiding. And it's now time to feed the smaller regalis, just for a fun size comparison. Hopefully you can see that she's much smaller than her brother or sister. And they're pretty fun to watch. They like to stay in the open almost all day and only rarely go hide behind the cork. So yeah, they're great tarantulas to have. Okay, so let's now try to feed my Pocyrufilata. I haven't featured her in a video yet, since I got her at the last expo and didn't need to rehouse her yet. So let's hope she's hungry and that we'll be able to see her. And yeah, we managed to see her a bit. Let's see if she'll come out to eat or just go deeper, which seems to be what she's doing right now. Well, let's see if my Rosia is interested in eating today. If I can catch the super worm. And yep, she caught it. I mated her with my mature male last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. And I might try it again since he only managed to insert one pulp a couple of times. I would have posted the video, but the angle was terrible and we pretty much didn't see anything, so I'll try to do better next time. Now let's see if the OBT10 color form wants to eat something today. Hopefully she won't be too shy and show her face quick. And we can see her feet, so she should attack him right now. And now let's give the schioedtei Mira something to eat. She hasn't made a trapdoor yet, but she dug herself a nice dirt funnel, pretty much right where the cricket is. Oh, and she let's move the cricket back a little. Okay, so let's try with the smaller prey. God damn it. Or the exact same prey. So, as I said, let's try with a smaller prey and see if she comes out then. Hopefully the other one didn't freak her too much. And she'll come up for this one. Yes. Looks like that was more size. Okay, so let's see if we can see a little bit more than some belfry feet today. If the cricket will get in there. And that's the last place I wanted it to go, since that's inside her hide. Get out, cricket. Get out so we can see her a bit more. Come on, she's right behind you. You've only got one chance to escape, and that's pretty much now. If you can make it, of course. And nope, he did not make it. Well, she's a little more social now that she molted. She's around 2 inches, I think. And she tends to come out and eat instead of just going back to her hole, so maybe we'll get lucky and she'll take a little stroll to help with digestion. At least she hasn't gone back yet. It would be much easier to kill that cricket if you came out, you know. It's just too bad that she can't understand me. Or she just doesn't share my point of view. Well, it looks like she won't move until the cricket's dead. And the cricket's still having fun playing air drums, so not dead yet. Maybe that was its last wish. And she's granting it to him. He's still going. And that's what happened when the prey's a little big for the tarantula. It takes quite a bit of time until they can finally kill their prey. And that cricket isn't getting tired. But at the very least, we're getting a lot of belfry feet. Oh, looks like she's coming out a little. And yeah, looks like we'll get to see her after all. Okay, I was afraid for a second that she would decide to take a stroll outside, but she's just webbing a bit. And yeah, it would seem that she only wanted to show us her butt before going back in. Let's see if some of the OBDs are hungry. They were out before I tried to move them, so they should be. This one actually has 3 holes all connected in her burrow, and looks like she'll be making a 4th one to have a more direct access to the prey. I'm guessing the next move will be fatal, and yeah, it was. And it's OBT time a second time. Let's see if she's hungry. This will be her second meal since she last molted. And I'll take that time to remove her molt. be seen again. Okay, so let's see if my biggest OBT sling is hungry today. And it would seem that she is. So the cricket hasn't long to live. It's still got time for one last move. And not anymore. Here's yet another OBT. And we'll see if the cricket has a death wish and go right to her. Like they pretty much always do. Looks like he might have half a brain and tries to go in the other direction. But I'm betting he'll lose the race and die. So here's one last OBT for the day. And we'll see if she's hungry in a moment. Since the cricket always go for entrance first for some reason. But it looks like she's not on that side right now. And now she got there. So any second she should either eat him or push him away. I'm not sure if she's actually hungry, since her holes seem kind of half shut with webbing. But nope, she was hungry after all. Well, let's see if my vegans is interested in half a super worm. And that would be a yes. She's quite the air kicker, so she has a pretty big bald spot on her abdomen. But she likes to eat, so that compensates for that. And let's now give my para second Lasiodora paraibana, the other half of the super worm. which is a bit smaller since I didn't quite cut it in the middle. But yeah, looked like she was hungry. Okay, so let's see if my unlucky H gigas will manage to eat today. She's often bested by the crickets. We'll hope that it won't be the case today. Let's give the cricket a little encouragement. Come on, climb that pile of dirt. So yeah, that cricket isn't too agile with only 3 legs. But hopefully it won't take too long. Or I'll just go with plan B and drop in a second cricket. And there we go. It goes much faster when they climb right to her. So let's see if we can catch a calcium eating. And yep, that was fast, but we saw something. Let's find out if my other calcium is a bit more social. It would appear not at first glance. There she is. And she got over her fear and got it. We saw a little bit more of her than the previous one. So at least that's that. Now let's see if I can be lucky enough to drop the cricket in the perfect place so we can see the Cambridge eat. They're pretty much always on top of the cork, so it's not very easy to film. And I completely lost sight of the cricket. There it is. And yeah. She grabbed it, but we didn't get to see any of it. Well, let's see if we can capture the schioedtei or whatever their name is. I'll have to look up how to actually say it one of these days. They're pretty secretive and they dug a burrow instead of using the cork. The other kind of used it, but she dug right in. And that's not the most alive cricket, so hopefully it will move enough to attract her. Oh yeah, here she comes. And she got it. So, here's another one of the name I absolutely can't pronounce. And we'll see if she's hungry. And of course the cricket isn't very cooperative. Last time I fed this one, she ran around after the cricket for about an hour, all over the enclosure. And that fake grass kinda gave that cricket a lot of chances to escape. So we'll try to not make that happen a second time. Come on, cricket. Go in the right place. Go forward just a little more. There we go. Okay, so let's finish today's video with my favorite latest acquisition, the E. olivacea. I really can't wait until she grows up. And with a little luck, I'll get another one at the end of the month. I'm not sure. Oops. I'm not sure if she's hungry, but we'll give it a try. She's starting to move. I think I did move down. I see. Two for enough. Two yards. Now. She's finally getting close. We just need the cricket to move a little bit more. And there we go. Will she retreat or will she come out to show herself a little? I already like her colors, even as a sling. So yeah, that's one I'll never regret buying. Even though they're a bit pricey. But they're pretty awesome so far. And she's the sling that's webbed the most. She's also not too secretive. I've seen her out quite often. Not as often as a pokey, but she doesn't stay in her burrow or hide all the time like a lot of arboreals or burrowing species. And they're pretty good at hunting. She hasn't refused the prey yet. doesn't take long until she sees it for her to catch it. But it looks like she came back in. So that's it for today. See you next time.